BBN Jackfruits. What's up, party people? How's everybody doing? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day. Okay, real quick. I have a ton of stuff to talk about before we actually get to the video. So if you're watching this and you don't want to hear all of the monologue again, you're going to need to fast forward to about the 10-15 minute mark. Listen, I got a lot of things to say in this morning that have nothing to do with the actual topic. So please stay with me if you want to hear this. If not, fast forward about 10-15 minutes. First thing I want to say is this. I have an issue with anybody that calls themselves a big homie and you talking about you a nigga on the block and this and this and that, and you know these places is selling fake weed, and you know they selling this fake weed to these children. If y'all real street dudes that really care about the hood and y'all just here because y'all just here at the moment and you really care about the hood and you really care about the people in the hood, how come y'all not removing them niggas that sell that fake weed? Because that's why these kids might be bugging out. I just looked at the damn, what happens, the shit that you get when you smoke that shit. And that's literally what's happening to the children on the streets while they killing each other the way they are. Literally, probably all of the freaking conditions. So I just want to point something out. We got these people that they want to be kings of their block, but they letting niggas sell fake weed on their block. You niggas is the problem. Don't come crying when something happens like the police pull up because there's too much violence. Don't come crying when the little dude that you love either go kill somebody and get sent away or ends up getting killed. Don't go crying. You part of the problem. Some of y'all dudes could remove these niggas out of the hood. Some of y'all dudes could be like, yo, you can't sell that here. Real shit or nothing. But y'all don't. Because you don't really care about the hood. You just want the hood to think that you care about them. I want to get into that conversation, but I want to say something else that's a lot more personal. So remember the other day, that lady came up to me and said something about her daughter she can get people to come after me, something about dudes that play basketball. Do you remember a while back when I had a problem with the guy at the court? That might be why that chick went over there and said some weirdo shit about me. You know, I thought me and that girl was like cool because we played basketball together. So I didn't know there was an issue when the first time and only time I ever spoke to her outside of the basketball court. I didn't know there was an issue. But now that got me to thinking. She might be the reason why all of the people around here be treating me weird. She might have been telling people this weirdo shit for who knows how long because she's mad that how people don't go play basketball over there no more. So I woke up this morning and that shit was on my mind. I'm like, yo, how many mofos around here been thinking that I'm somebody I'm not? And that's how come I keep having these weirdo ass interactions with individuals. Because you got somebody lying because they friends can't play basketball. I just woke up thinking about this shit. So, what the hell, fam? You gonna try to have me killed because your friends can't play basketball? These are the type of kids we raising nowadays? They can't get their way, so they gonna go get a grown man killed over basketball. And not even a situation that has anything to do with them. Just thinking about that shit. I could have been shot or killed because somebody thinks some weirdo shit about me. Oh, because some kids can't go play basketball because they don't know how to play with others. What the fuck? Woke up thinking about that shit this morning. Part of my language. But literally, I'm walking around outside getting all this weirdo energy, and you trying to tell me I'm getting this weirdo energy because some dudes wanted to fight, and then when I said okay, they tried to come 3-on-1, so then the whole situation happened. So now I don't think they can come up in here and play basketball no more. So she's trying to get me killed so all her friends could play basketball? You don't got problems like me, homie. I didn't even think about that being a thing, but I could have been killed because some kids can't go play basketball. And that's why they was pointing my house out the other day. Sheesh. Sheesh. I wonder how long that lie's been going on. I just want to clear this up and be 100% transparent. I thought me and homegirl, who I only spoke with at the basketball, I thought we knew each other. We was cool. I've seen her multiple times in public. She's nodded at me, smiled towards me, said hi. I just nod or smile and keep walking. Now you trying to tell me that this individual decided that they wanted to get me killed because they friends can't play basketball? You know what they do to people of the thing you accuse me of? Oh, Lord. You don't got my problems. My problems is next tier level insanity. I promise you. There's more people that's mad at me over some person that I've never met before, but apparently that person is me, than there is people that have met me. Sheesh. That's why that lady was following me around telling me to go commit suicide. I don't wish no bad on these people. As always, I wish whatever God has planned for you, you receive. That's it. I don't know what God has planned for you people. But whatever God has planned for you, I pray you receive it. Immediately. Expeditiously. Sheesh. It's probably the first time that word's been used right in a couple of years now. See, y'all don't know how to use that word. Shout out to your boy Jimmy Belcher. Salute. This is Morning Folks. I wake up this morning. Two things is on my mind. First thing is this. These stores are actively selling fake weed. I advise anybody, don't buy weed in Brooklyn. Don't buy weed on Coney Island. I advise every single individual, if you have to buy weed, don't do it on Coney Island. I'm helping you, and I promise you I'm helping you. I don't know if all of them niggas is doing it, but enough of them niggas is doing it. Don't buy weed in Coney Island. And for all of you niggas that consider yourselves the big homies, for all of you dudes that stand on the block and this is your block, and y'all know niggas is selling fake weed on your block, that ain't your block, homie. You an imposter. That's a fact. That's a factual statement. Remember, all of these gangs came from the Black Panthers. And the Black Panthers was about helping the community. Check and find out where the WIC program came from. Check and find out where most of these social programs come from that the government now uses. Go check and find out. You're going to find out the Black Panther Party was a part, or first initially created a lot of these things. And then the government got rid of them and then, decided to also do similar acts, but use them for nefarious reasons, purposes. So I don't want to hear that no more. I don't want to hear. I'm giving. This is the best advice I'm giving to anybody. If you live in Coney Island and you smoke weed and you can't get out of Coney Island to buy your weed, don't smoke weed. Copy? Just don't smoke. Wait until you can get out of Coney Island and go where they sell actual weed at. They selling K2 out there like a motherfucker. You won't even know. Especially if you're not somebody that knows what the fuck K2 is. You think your kids know what K2 is? Hold on. Give me 1 second. And then we're going to get to the actual show. I told y'all 15 minutes. Give me 1 second. And then we're going to get to the actual show. Give me 2 more minutes. Well, I don't know how to spell symptoms. Just show all of y'all parents out there, pay attention. If you see your child suffering from any of this, please go get them some real attention. It's not just weed. Y'all think it is, but it's not. If they having a poor academic performance, that probably has to do with lack of focus. Impaired occupational functioning, lack of focus, engaging in risky behaviors, doing weird shit, slowed speech, kinetotic behavior, increased energy. I don't know how all of this shit all go. Lack of energy, aggressive outbursts. If they have the physical symptoms of muscle spasms, profuse sweating, headaches, higher body temperature, rapid heart rate. You'll know your kids, so you'll know. Panic attacks, blood pressure changes, vomiting, nausea, numbness, arms and legs. The cognitive function symptoms, they'll be disoriented, confused, hallucinations, delusions, impaired memory, paranoia. Then they'll have out-of-body feelings. And the psychosocial symptoms, episodes of depressions, agitation, increased anxiety, psychosis, irritability, and drastic mood shifts. Please pay attention to your children. I know a lot of that just sounds like teens. Just sounds like puberty. But please pay attention to your children. These dudes is out here selling fake weed. They selling it to your kids. I promise you. And then your kids is going out there smoking it with other kids. Now everybody's smoking fake weed. And then now our whole community is going like this. Look, I get it. You niggas need to make a bag. You need to get to the money. I get it. I'm not knocking you for that. But what I'm saying is, we can't be talking about how we oppressed by the police. We can't be talking about how the government is screwing us up. We can't be talking about none of this. And we eating our own. So you guys is out here eating your own, and then you got the nerve to talk about the government. You want to know why I'm barely ever on the side of what some of these people be on, and why I'm usually talking about a different dynamic? I'm not trying to go against the grain, homie. I'm just looking at something a lot different than other people are. I'm looking at the understanding of the number one principle, that the reason why these things happen to us is because we eat our own. I don't think y'all should be so proud to call yourself wolves. I get it though. And I'm not knocking anybody that calls themselves a wolf. But I'm going to explain something to you. That pack mentality is just created to destroy people who don't need a pack. I'm going to say that again. They need you to have that mentality. So when actual leaders come up, y'all won't listen. So when actual leaders come up, y'all won't fuck with them. So when actual leaders come up, y'all will destroy them. They need for that pack mentality. You understand? That's how they have us police our own. Why do you think they allow for our neighborhoods to be the way that they are? They don't have to come kill us if we killing ourselves. Tell me where the lie at. So shout out to all of you mofos that know that y'all got places in your neighborhood that sell that shit and don't nobody do nothing about it. Because your kids your loved ones, they're going to be getting some of that fuck shit too. Or they're going to come into contact with somebody who has that fuck shit. And there's no telling what's going to happen after. With that being said, let's get to the show. I didn't mean to go longer than 15 minutes. I have a real question. And I want to know, should we do this in America? Listen and pay attention. They put RICOs on gangs. One of the reasons why you put the RICO on the gang is because you're trying to get the head individual. And it's difficult to get the head individual because they didn't do anything. They just gave out orders. Everybody else followed the orders. So the way that our system was created before RICOs, if you didn't do the crime, and if you can't be directly pointed at for a person who was involved in the plotting of the crime, then there's nothing anybody can do. So you can be vague, say this here, be vague, say that there. You do understand that's why mobsters talk like that in the movies, right? Because there's an understanding, capiche? So listen, pay attention. What the RICO does is they make it, as we all know, so that everybody that had a freaking finger in the food gets hooked up. Should we do that for police? Should police departments start having RICOs written up against them? Because you can't tell me that this Scorpion unit, a situation happened. They already disciplined 5 people and released 2 more. You can't tell me that this, and that's just on the police force. As far as with the EMTs, 3 EMTs was already let go. So you can't tell me that this isn't a problem with the system. You can't tell me that this isn't a problem with the precinct and with the individuals that work over there in that area. You can't tell me that. Because what it sounds like is the FDNY and the MPD, not the FDNY, what they call these guys, the MFD, the Memphis Police Department, and the MFD, Memphis Fire Department, and the Memphis Police Department, MPD. You can't tell me that they weren't working together on what happened to this dude. I'm going to say this again. You want to know the problem with being a loner? The problem with being a loner is people that don't want to be alone, they fear you. They think that there's so much power in not having to be a part of the freaking group. There's so much power in turning around and just going your own direction. Some people don't got that type of strength. Some people can only do what they see everybody else doing and try to fit in. You understand? Some people don't got that type of strength. There's a power in that. Some people just don't got it. So when they see somebody with it, they want to destroy him. Be mindful of that when you send your kids out there into the street. The more of an individual your kid is, the more of a leader your kid is, there's people teaching their kids to hate your kid. They're not actively saying hate that kid and hate that kid, but they're watching their parents be jealous of niggas. They're watching their parents, you know, jealousy's weakness, by the way. They're watching their parents be weak. How much more weak could you be other than to be jealous of what someone else is doing? There's no physical weakness, mental weakness below that. Somebody is doing a thing and you're jealous. That's weakness. You're raising your child in a home where they spend as much time or more time talking about things that show that they're jealous of other people than they probably do with their own children, trying to teach them the right thing to do in life. When was the last time you sat down? I'm talking about the people who have custody of their children, who live in the same home as their children. Obviously, I'm not talking about somebody that lives 40 miles away 50 miles away, 100 miles away. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people that see your children every single damn day. How many times, when was the last time you just sat your child down and had a conversation with them? Not even about nothing. You wasn't trying to teach them a lesson. You wasn't trying to show them they didn't know something or did know something. You just actually just spoke with them. When was the last time that happened? Be honest with yourself. I don't even need to know the answer. But when was the last time that happened? And don't tell me your kid's 5. That's the best time to do it, when they kids. When was the last time you did that? When was the last time you actually spoke to your kids so you could not ask them anything or not tell them anything, but just listen? You know, that's a part of caring, right? Listening to someone. Make sure you go listen to your kids today about something. Obviously, I'm talking to the parents who are there. Because when you're not there, that relationship is completely different. And if you don't get it, then you don't get it. But that relationship is completely different. Copy? I'm pretty sure we've had people, I'm pretty sure a ton of y'all have had your kids fucking block you on social media and then complain you ain't called them. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure, because that's emotional manipulation. You understand? If they raised by a woman, 9 times out of 10, that's some shit they're gonna do. No disrespect. But I'm pretty sure a ton of y'all got kids, blocked you on social media, blocked you on everything, your phone, social media, everything, and then complain that you don't spend no time with them. That's emotional manipulation. Come be right back. Spend some time with your damn kids, man. This is too early. I know I'm getting in trouble for YouTube. I'm just gonna play a commercial. Be right back. Shout out to your boy Jimmy Belcher. I'm gonna put I haven't been doing polls lately because I know our polls don't mean nothing. People just don't come in here and do some stupid shit. Your comments mean way more to me than the polls mean. I just put the polls up and we can put up. Create an interaction. And I don't know how this could be not a yes or no question, but you know, fuck it, right? Yes, 50-50. Fuck it. I don't know how it could not be a yes or no question, but fuck it. Do you think that the gov should start doing RICOs against rogue police departments? Rogue. Why did I stop? Yo, this is like, what the fuck? Yo, you don't know how upset I am. You don't know how upset I am. You have no idea how upset I am. You have no idea. You have no idea. First, I woke up thinking about that. First of all, the fucking I'm gonna explain something just real quick. The reason why that fucking thing was on my mind, because I'm busy thinking I don't have the slightest idea what K2 is or how it looks. I'm busy over here thinking I could have bought that shit and smoked that shit more than once. And then I'm thinking about, there was this one store that I used to never have a problem with. The store was cool with me until one day I walked in there and the little girl I was telling you was talking to the person behind the register. I never put two and two together. That's why the fucking store started acting like weirdos to me for no reason. She gonna try to get me killed because her friends can't play basketball? Like, what the hell are y'all teaching y'all kids at home? Like, did y'all not teaching y'all kids the value of life? Nothing? No, nothing at home? Nothing. They just out here having petty differences with people and deciding they gotta die? 100%. Don't worry. I'm not speaking to not near thing outside with a vagina. Not around this place. Ever again. If I'm not doing business with you behind a cash register, I'm not talking to you if you got a vagina. I promise. What in the hell? You have no idea how this is bananas. That little girl was gonna have me killed because her friends can't fucking play basketball. Dude, she was trying to get me killed. Really just thinking about that shit. Shout out to that. I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. I hope all of the prosperity, whatever God has planned for them, I hope they receive it. That's it. I'm not up here to bash nobody. I'm not going to talk negative. I'm not going to bash nobody. Nothing. I'm not going to do that. But what I'm saying is that somebody might still kill me over this lie. I might go outside and walk somewhere and somebody might still kill me over this shit. And it's nowhere near true. It's nothing. I didn't do nothing. Her friends just can't go play basketball over here. That's it. There's a million courts out there. If you've never been to Coney Island, there's a million effing courts. There's a million courts. They got courts everywhere. But since her friends can't play basketball here, she's gonna try to get me killed. Shout out to that. Also, let me hold on. I'm sorry, I gotta tell you about this weirdo shit. So I go to the store, right? So I'm not gonna tell you where she lives. I go to the store. I'm walking back from the store. When I walk to the store, I gotta walk past her crib. I'll tell you that much. So I'm walking back from the store and I see two people further down the block walking, right? It's her and some other chick, right? Some other girl, I guess a little girl, so I don't know. But the little girl, I thought something was odd because I'm walking up on them and first of all, it was not warm outside. That's one, but chicks dress however they dress. And two, it was the middle of the damn day. It was 1 o'clock or some shit. So the girl was walking, I just thought it was odd because the girl was walking. She got, I don't really know what she was wearing, but it looked like she was dressed to go to a club or some shit. Not homegirl, some chick she was with, I don't know. And then the girl kept turning back, looking at me thought I was gonna say something to her. I didn't say nothing to none of them because I don't talk to nobody. I just mind my business. So that was never gonna happen. But now I'm looking at that whole situation like totally different. Like when she telling people these lies, and then people was like, yo, we don't know, we don't believe that shit. He's not doing nothing like that. So she tried to line me up. Now I'm thinking, how many other times has she tried to line me up? Because her friends can't play basketball. There's a million basketball courts out there, yo. This is Coney Island, yo. I don't know if Steph had anything to do with it. I don't know if Sebastian Telfair had anything. I'm only saying his own name so y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't know if he had anything to do with it. Those are two basketball players that made it to the NBA. I would assume that they came back to the hood and dropped a couple of bucks here and dropped a couple of bucks there to get some parks. I think there's too many parks, to be honest with you. I'm just being honest with you. I think there's too many parks. I think that you need one main park wherever you're at. And then a park off here and a park off there. But they got way too many courts. They have too many courts for all the good players to have a park. You understand what I'm saying? There's too many courts. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. It's just my opinion. This girl gonna get me killed because her friends can't play basketball. I'm busy thinking about that shit. So pardon me, my apologies. I'm thinking about all, that's probably why people been treating me like shit. When I keep telling you people been treating me bad, I'm like, I don't know why they treat me like this. I didn't do nothing to nobody. That's probably why people been treating me like shit. Because her friends can't play basketball. Over here, there's a fucking million courts out there. I don't even know if they can't play in here, by the way. I just don't see them there. So I assume that something happened. I don't know. I don't got the slightest idea. I just don't see them over here no more, so I assume. Alright, let me get to the action. My fault, yo. Y'all don't understand how okay, so I know people be just thinking I'm complaining. I get it. But my life really be in danger. You understand? I don't do nothing. So when somebody has to tell a lie on me, it has to be incredible. You understand? You can't just tell a normal lie on me because don't nobody have contact with me. Don't nobody speak to me. I don't go around nobody. I don't talk to no one. So you can't tell a normal lie on me. You have to tell an extravagant lie because you haven't been around me long enough to know me well enough to be able for somebody to say I did a thing and they believe you. So that's what I'm dealing with. Shout out to that shit. You gotta tell an incredible lie. That's why I don't talk to nobody. That's why I don't. I'm gonna say something, and I want to be clear on something. I wish I can go outside and just be who I am with people. Like, there's a reason why some of these people stalk me on the internet. Because one or two of them maybe met me in real life and they fell in love with me. They fell in love with being around me. They fell in love with the way I make them feel. You understand? I wish I could show that to the rest of the world. I wish. But every single time I do anything else other than stay to myself, something bad happens. I might still get killed over this, by the way. That's why I'm telling y'all about this. So when the dude that does whatever he do and kill me, go to court and they find out why he did it, so everybody could reflect back on these people, her and her moms, or whoever the hell lived in that household with them. I don't know who lived there. 100 big tough guys. Don't go fuck them. So they can't get away. If you're gonna look into my history, there is people gonna be like, what the fuck? Why would somebody accuse this guy of that? So yeah, I just want y'all to be held accountable when whoever come attack me or when whoever come do whatever they're gonna do that might take my life. I just want y'all to be held accountable for lying on me. So yeah, I'm gonna make sure this stays a thing. I want you held accountable. After these people come do whatever they're gonna do to me for no fucking reason, I want y'all to be held accountable because they're gonna get caught. And that's gonna be their explanation. I promise you. And off the rip, people are going to say that's a good reason. And then they're going to find out it was just all a lie because your friends couldn't play basketball. Be prepared to tell them who told you to lie on me also. Be prepared to tell the police that. Be prepared. Let's get to the act. I'm sorry. I'm just really upset over this. I literally woke up today thinking about how I could get killed because some kids can't go play basketball over there. So that means that some young girl was gonna have me murdered. Shout out to your boy Jim. I haven't had anybody drop the Cash App in the chat in so long. Shout out to your boy Jimmy Belcher. I've had somebody do that, and so appreciate you. I don't even care if you said anything. Appreciate you. That type of support. I haven't had any. What the fuck, yo? All I could do is just hope God is working, and I just don't see it. And I'm pretty sure He is. So I'm pretty sure God is working, and I just don't see it. So shout out to all of those battles that God is fighting for you and fighting for me that we don't even know about. Copy? Shout out to all of those battles because I'm pretty sure that's the only reason why I'm still here. Facts. Dude, the shit that she accused me of, I'm pretty sure that's the only reason why I'm still here. That and I don't talk to nobody. So what the fuck? I get that. I don't talk to nobody. I don't talk to nobody when they're alone. I don't talk to nobody when they got people around them. I don't talk to nobody. Only people I talk to is the people at the store when I go buy food. I don't talk to nobody. When they go and canvass the neighborhood after I'm gone and they ask the people about me, they're going to say I stayed to myself and they never saw me talking to anybody. You ever saw him talking to anybody about? Nope, never. You ever see him fight? Nope, never. You ever see him? Nope, never. So this guy died all on the word of some young girl that was her friends couldn't play basketball. Yeah, that's basically what happened. That's it. That's all that. That's it. That's it. That's all. It was. There's no more to it. That's what happened. That's it. It's literally that simple. I haven't sent you anything. All right? So there's no rush for you to do anything. I haven't sent you no work in a minute. I appreciate everything, but I haven't sent you no work in a minute. My computer is not working appropriately. And now that I know that I 100% have a virus on the computer that I can't get off currently at the moment, I know why my computer turns off. I know why my computer don't work appropriately. You understand? I'm trying to get that fixed. Hopefully, I think this weekend, somebody is supposed to pull up that could possibly fix it. What up, Patrick Barron? He says, yes, let the RICO Act flow. I 100% think that they should start doing RICOs against police departments, not all police departments, and not just when something happens. Like, just so we can be clear, a police department that has a big situation like this, not necessarily a RICO. And just because they don't have a situation like this, not necessarily a RICO. I think that it just needs to be, I think that there needs to be oversight in the police. I think that we need better oversight. I don't even want reform. I want oversight. See, reform is, we're going to change these policies and change those policies for whatever the hell. Oversight is, we are watching you actively. That's what we need. Oversight. And not one of those oversights where if you screw a police department, you get a promotion oversight. One of those oversights where just do your job, because some police departments don't need to be screwed. Just do your job. We're not asking for you to go find nobody to bust. Yeah, appreciate you, your boy Jimmy Belcher. I appreciate you. There's still a couple of y'all that hang around and are very supportive of the platform. And if I get my shit together, we gonna get more people. Random question. Men, how many women have you had give you real proposals? Question. Because I've been proposed to my life 3 times. One I don't count because that was my daughter's mother, so I don't really count that because, I don't really count that. I would suspect that one of us should have proposed to the other. But I've been proposed to, serious proposals, by the way, 3 times in my life. And I had one chick propose to me 3 times by herself. So I'm curious. And this is stuff that happened 10, 15, 20 years ago. It happened over a period of time. So I'm curious, is this something that's normal? Because now I'm seeing on Instagram people doing the whole woman proposal thing, and that's normal, right? Nah, you probably not ugly. Women don't go for looks anyway no more, homie. So your looks don't matter. Copy? Women don't really go for looks no more, homie. So your looks don't matter. You good. Don't worry. I don't care how you look. You good. All right? No matter how you look, you good. Don't worry about it. Yeah, but women don't go for looks no more, apparently. I didn't know they ever went for looks, to be honest with you. I mean, yeah, we see the stuff. They like the guy that look like this and the guy that look like that. But in my neighborhood, the dudes that didn't have those looks was the ones that was full of all the chicks. Get it? So I never really thought like that. You understand what I'm saying? In my neighborhood, the other type of dudes, I've seen some dons date some dudes, because the dude had bread. He was getting money in the hood. So I didn't. The pretty niggas was probably sex and everything, I guess. I don't know. But marriage, nah. Women is usually gonna, and then one of them the one that asked me 3 times, I didn't even have a real job at the time. I was working for my father, but they only let me work enough so I don't die. They only let me work enough so I could buy food. So that wasn't a real job. You understand what I'm saying? That wasn't a real job. My father only let me work enough so I could buy food. That's not a real job. I wanted to have a conversation this morning about just parenting in general. So I saw this thing, and they was talking about I don't think I'm equipped to have the conversation yet, so I'm not going to have the conversation. I don't think I'm equipped yet. But it's a conversation we need to have. But I don't think I'm equipped yet, and I might upset or not upset. I think I upset people all the time. I might not be able to. Okay, so basically there was a study done, and they say one of the most detrimental things to a child developing to a good adult is often the mother. And so they describe some shit, and I'm gonna say I don't want to say it's the mother. I'm gonna say it's just certain parents, because the shit they describe is what I went through. So this isn't a female. That's why I said I don't really want to have the conversation right now. This isn't a female particular, a woman particular problem, a mother particular problem. But that's a whole conversation for another day. I don't think I'm equipped to have that conversation. I think I need to think a little bit more about my words and how I'm going to say it before I have that conversation, because it's important. Let's get back to this police and RICO stuff. So I want to say this, and I want to be clear. I don't think every single time a police officer kills somebody that department necessarily have to be flipped upside down. But I do think that some of these situations that happen need to be investigated, and investigated not just by that officer, but investigated by what are the policies that this particular precinct, what's the temperament of the officers at this particular precinct, what's the how does this particular precinct conduct themselves, how often do the community complain about this precinct. Like, I think these things are important. You understand? Now, do people complain about shit and they shouldn't be complaining? Absolutely. Don't get this confused. Like, the best thing I could say, okay, so you want to know why I keep telling y'all, yo, I told y'all this was gonna happen and I told y'all that was gonna happen? I don't just tell you that to tell you that. I tell you that because at whatever the time I was telling you that this was a thing, I had somebody in the chat arguing with me. I have somebody argue with me that I don't know what I'm talking about. I have somebody make a video saying I don't know what I'm talking about. And so people will be having a 3-4 month conversation about how I'm lying to y'all, and then the thing will happen. So I'm not saying that for the people that's lying. They know they lying. I'm saying that for the other people. Look, you believe somebody, you believe because you just want to believe something negative about me. So you just jumped on board. Now you was on a page maybe for 3-4 months talking about how something ain't possible, about how crazy I am. And now it just turned to pain the past. So now you have to figure out how to lie and make it seem like that's not really what you were saying and how I'm really wrong still, even though I'm right. That's gaslighting. You understand? That's the devil's work. Gaslighting is the devil's work, by the way. So that's gaslighting. That's the devil's work. So I say all that to say, that's why I be bringing up how I be right about stuff. I'm not bringing that stuff up because I'm just trying to gloat. Like, half of the time, I don't even remember. Somebody will hit me up and be like, yo, didn't you say this? And I'll be like, yeah, I did say that. Why? What happened? Oh, it came to pass? I told you. And that's the energy. Look. The first thing they need to do is get rid of that police chief. That's the police chief that came from Atlanta. The second thing they need to do is look into if this police chief needs to be brought up on charges. Is some of the same things that was happening in Atlanta now happening in Memphis? But the biggest thing that needs to come from this is there needs to be a national database so that when a police officer gets fired from one precinct, he can't just go to another. That's the real reason why they don't care. Because they already know if I get fired from this precinct, I just gotta move my family and go be police somewhere else. And they still do the same behavior. Because I promise you, it don't matter if they kill somebody or not. Most of these police do think that they were in the right. Gun accidentally discharged. I didn't know that he wasn't a bad person. These are reasons for them to think that they're in the right. Your gun accidentally discharged, you are incapable of carrying a firearm. You shouldn't be policed. If you look at a situation after the fact and you find out that you actually did something horrible to a person who was not a bad person and was actually a good person, and your response is, well, I thought he was a bad person. No, that shouldn't be your response, because even if he was a bad person, you were just supposed to arrest him and bring him down to the fucking precinct. So what are we really doing? Explain it to me. I would like to know, what are we really doing? As always, I'm going to say this. Our number one problem and our number one issue is us not loving our own people. My dude, I might get killed outside because some girl's friends can't play basketball. I might get murdered. Think about that for a moment. Because some kids can't play basketball because they don't know how to conduct themselves. Not because I did anything wrong, by the way. I might lose my life because some girl lied on me and said that I did a thing that I didn't even do. And then now she's going all the way out to try to make it look like I did a thing so I could get kicked out of here or killed. Because what she's doing is get a nigga killed. And this is why I don't go off of what people's emotions are. This is why you can't emotionally tell me a thing to make me go do something violent. Just can't. I've been that guy that's been sent to people who didn't do no wrong. I've been that guy before. It don't feel good on the other side when you figure out, I don't know where anybody else's heart is, but it don't feel good on the other side when you figure out that you just caused all these problems for somebody and they didn't do nothing. You just helped make their life difficult because somebody else couldn't hurt them. So they tried to get you to hurt them because they can't do it. But in reality, they never did nothing in the first place. They never did nothing. So I know how that feels. It's not a good feeling. Like I said, if you got a heart, if you don't got a heart, then you don't care. If you out here, I just want to say something. We got places in New York City now that weed is legal, and you still got niggas out here selling K2 to niggas. Niggas don't ever want to just call the fucking police on these spots, because I don't think you snitching if you call the police. If you go somewhere and you try to buy baking soda and them niggas sell you cocaine, you ain't snitching for telling on them niggas. If you go to a store to buy alcohol and them niggas sell you fucking... If you go to, I don't know, nitroglycerin. You're not wrong. Did you go to the store and ask for K2? No, you didn't. You went to the store and asked for something else, and they decided to sell that to you, correct? They decided to sell you something that's going to destroy your body and your mind, right? So they hate you. Now, you got dudes that's supposed to be king of their block. And they got stores in their neighborhood selling K2 to everybody. They not stopping them niggas. They not going up in there like, yo, we don't care about what you do, fam. This is just shit. But we trying to clean up the neighborhood. So we need you to just sell weed in here. That other shit, we don't need you to sell. People is out here killing each other. That other shit is sending people crazy. Sell all the weed you want to sell, homie, but that K2 shit, we can't have you doing that no more. We trying to save the kids out here. No, but we're not going to sell it to kids. Nah, that's not good enough. Because we trying to save the kids out here. You might sell it to an adult, and then that adult go and flip out on a kid. Now what? So we don't want that shit over here. If niggas want that K2 shit, they going to have to go somewhere else, not your store. That's why I'm telling you, I grew up with real niggas, man. I grew up with real niggas, man. No, you're correct. The Arabs are selling K2 with weed right next to it. And there's people literally selling K2 to you even if you ask for weed. You go in there ask for weed. I'm not even talking about an Arab or not Arab thing. Like, why everybody make everything about race? I don't care who owned the store. Like, you gotta pardon me. I look at us as human beings. So when I'm talking about some shit, I'm usually talking about it for the betterment of all races. I'm not just, or whatever. I'm not just talking about it for the betterment of one or the other. Unless I'm talking about a specific thing that one specific race has to deal with. Dude, you don't think a black okay, so just so we can be clear, I'm not saying who is selling the K2 or who isn't selling the K2. I'm just saying it needs to stop being sold. I don't know why it's so important to you who is selling it. I'm not saying who is selling it. I'm not saying who ain't selling it. I'm saying I don't care. I'm saying I think that's a moot point. I'm saying I think that's paying attention to something that's not going to help the problem. I'm not saying that what you're saying is incorrect. I just want to be clear on that. I'm saying that I don't see that as a way of helping the problem. That sounds like just what the Democrats like doing, with no disrespect. Talking about shit that ain't gonna fix nothing. Do it matter who owns the store? I'm curious. Do it matter who owns the store? Does it matter who owns the store? Did he leave? Did he think I was too aggressive? Like, he left like I was too aggressive? Like, that was too aggressive for him? I don't think it matters who owns the store. I want the crime to go away. I want that crime to go away. I don't think it matters who owns the store. Are you trying to bring it? So I want to just understand why you said that. Are you trying to bring it to the attention, like, if it's an Arab store, don't go there? If it's not an Arab store, fuck with it? I need to know what you're trying to tell us. That's all. I'm not coming for you. I just need to know what you're trying to tell us. Are you trying to say if it's not an Arab store, then that's good? And if it is an Arab store, don't F with them? Is that what you're saying? Most of the people that own stores are the Arabs. So we're talking about a store. We can only be talking about an Arab store. How many black stores do you know? How many stores you know? In the Bronx is Puerto Rican and Dominican everywhere. But how many stores do you know that's black? The Arabs own the stores. So I'm just trying to get an understanding of what you're trying to say. That's all. The Arabs own the stores. You know stores. How many black-owned businesses do you? How many black-owned bodegas do you know? Right? How many black-owned quarter stores do you know? There's probably like 5 in all of New York City. Hold on. Sorry about that. Gotti says, I was just saying people need to be careful when they cop weed from because they sell K2. No. Okay, first of all, I'm asking you mad questions because I want to see if I want to invite you up to the stage. Okay, so y'all might not know this because most of the people that come in here don't have no real point. They just saying the opposite of what I'm saying. If you notice, I have not said he's saying the opposite of what I'm saying, not once. I've asked him questions. One of the main reasons why I'm asking these questions is because I want to know if I'm going to invite you up to the stage, to the saloon. So that's why I'm asking. I want to know, do you have something more to say than just the surface level stuff? So that's why I'm asking you, just so we can be clear. I'm not trying to drag you down or nothing like that. I just don't like inviting people up unless they actually have something to say, because then I'm just sitting here and they just talking and just responding. And like, I could listen to myself talk. You understand? I don't need to have somebody up here with me to listen to me talk. So no, I wasn't coming at you. I'm trying to see if you are equipped in this conversation to come up here and spit a couple of minutes of what you think about what we're talking about. That's it. That's what happened with dude yesterday that started bugging out. I'm like, I'm not asking, like, if you asking me questions, I'm not going to invite you up here. Because what sense does it make for me to invite somebody up here to ask me questions? You understand? That don't make sense. You're not asking me questions, by the way. I'm saying, but that's what people be like, yo, let me come up there because you can ask me questions. Nigga, you can ask me questions from the gallery. Like, what are you talking about? You don't need to come up here and talk to me to ask me a damn question. So yes, I'm always looking to invite people up here. I just don't want to invite people up that just want to come up here. Like, if you're gonna ask me a million questions, I don't even really need to have a conversation with anybody that's doing that. To be honest with you, that's annoying as fuck. Part of my language, but that's just annoying. Just, you ever had a conversation with somebody that all they did was ask you questions, and it feels like a quiz? Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to do that. If you notice, when I invite people up here, I don't really like asking them but so many questions. I like for them to just tell us what they're thinking about the times. You understand? That's how we have conversations. Conversations isn't a freaking inquisition. You know, like that's not a conversation. I don't want to feel like I'm in the Inquisition. I'm strapped to the freaking thing. Like, did you ask me questions? If I get them shit you all, you're gonna tear me apart. I don't want to feel like that. I don't want you to feel like that neither. So just so we can have clarification. Do you know how to tell the difference between K2 and weed? If you do, I would love to invite you up, even though I know whatever. I would love to invite you up so you can educate the community. If you know how to tell the difference, just so we can be clear. See, I try to run things civilly. What happens is, whenever I'm trying to run things civilly, people come through and ruin the ability for me to run it civilly by making it so that the only people that interact with me is people that I can't run it civilly with. You understand? I guess he disappeared. I guess he left. All right. I guess he left. What we got? 10:19. Still early as heck. Only an hour. I should be getting the person who's gonna fix my computer should be here this weekend. So then I'll be able to get the not all the way fixed, but I'll be able to get the viruses off of my computer, which is the main thing we need to do. And then after we get the viruses off the computer, we're going to go check and see if there's somewhere where I can purchase an actual screen. My screen is cracked. So we have to purchase an actual screen. When we get to where we can purchase an actual screen and we get that virus off the computer, then I can actually work. That virus has been on my computer probably for the last about 4 years now. Ever since I bought this computer, the virus has been on the computer, basically. So all of this time that I've been putting out content and everything that I've been doing it with a computer with somebody not only spying on me, but also fucking up everything that I was doing while I was doing it. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of content didn't come out. I'll be working on a project for like 2 hours straight, and I'm doing well with it, and then all of a sudden my computer go off and I lose everything. You understand? As soon as I get me a computer I could grind on, it's a wrap. Because that's literally what I like doing, sitting in front of my computer and then thinking of things and then doing those things I'm thinking of. So as soon as I can actually get a computer I could grind on, it's a wrap. I just can't grind on this computer because it's seen better days. But we always thankful for everything that the Most High has given us right now. We're able to stream off of the computer, and that's all blessings to the Most High. That's what it could be. With that being said, man, he just has to be working overtime. I don't see that. I swear. I have to have 1 million angels helping me. Like the level of angels that's out there, and when I say angels, I mean people doing God's will. The level of angels out there helping me gotta be crazy. it has to be just abs. I know God is gonna bless those people, but the level of angels that gotta be out there protecting me from shit I don't see, it has to be so much. It has to be, because I'm always being attacked. So shout out to those people. I promise you I probably wouldn't still be here if not for some of them. Probably if not for all of them. Girl tried to want to get me killed because her friends can't play basketball. They trying to Emmett Till me, my nigga, and I'm not joking. Emmett Till me, yo. Just please, because I don't know if what they're trying to do is gonna work or not. But if it do work, I'm gonna need for the people that love me to let the world know what happened. For real, for real. For the people who hate me, it is what it is. But I need the people that love me to let the world know what happened. That's it. I'm gonna live with whatever happened. Shout out to glory be to God. Glory be to God. I'm gonna live with whatever happened. All the praise. I mean, I gotta have some incredible human beings that is protecting me while I'm not paying attention. But I don't know the shit is going on. God had to have sent some incredible human beings. Just incredible people. God can't send me weak angels, homie. God gotta send me mofos that's about that life. God can't send me no weak angels, man. There's weaker angels and there's stronger angels. Don't get it confused. But God gotta send me top tier angels to get the shit done to protect me. That's a fact. I make the coffee, by the way. God gotta send top tier angels, yo. He can't send nobody that he gotta send people with the shits. Top tier angels. I know those people gonna be blessed. Every last one of them. I pray to God to one day be able to just do whatever the thing is that I need to do to make whatever bullshit they had to go through be worth it. But God got to be sending me top tier angels, yo. Because he can't send me no regular angels. He can't send me no regular great people. He got to send me some of the most amazing. He got to send me amazing angels. He got to send me type of angels that's so strong mentally that they don't fall for the BS. He got to send me his top tier angels. God's got to send his. God be sending me his real warriors to protect me, man. Because there's no. I'm just saying, There has to be a lot of shit going on that I don't know about. Because if this is real and it's real, the fact that I'm still alive has to be the work of a group. God, you left? I was just about to invite him up to the stage. He gotta be some news top tier. I'm not even capping. I'm talking real shit, yo. Cause I'm busy here sitting here thinking that person probably been telling that lie for a dumb long time. There's no telling how long that person been saying that. Just so we can be clear, the individual went from saying hi to me and waving to me every single time they saw me to all of a sudden, I see them somewhere and they got their hood on like this. I'm like, what in the hell? So I was just like, I don't ever say nothing to the person anyway, so I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't think nothing of it because I don't ever say nothing to the person. If they wave at me, I wave back. That's it. If they nod at me, I nod back. That's it. Never said nothing to the person outside of playing basketball. Shout out to whatever angels God sent to protect me. I love you niggas. I love you. Sheesh. Oh, it's a good chick. It's a good thing that I never tried to pick up no chick. You got missed to school. I don't know. Misconstrued about. You mean misconstrued about what you was talking about? No, I was asking you about the K2 shit. We was talking about the K2 shit. I was gonna let you come up here and have a discussion about the K2 shit. Like I was asking you questions about it to make sure that you're competent enough to have a conversation about it. You sound competent enough to have a conversation about it, so I was gonna invite you up. A lot of times you see me have conversations with people in the chat, you don't see me invite them up. It's because I don't think they're competent enough to have a conversation about the thing. You understand? Like, especially if I know about a thing, and sometimes I pretend I don't know as much about a thing as I might. So, especially if I know about a thing, and I know for a fact you don't know about the thing, and then you want to come up here and have a conversation with me. Satan is the author of confusion. Why would you have a conversation about somebody, about a thing that they don't know nothing about, but they're not willing to listen? They're trying to tell. That don't make sense. You understand? So a lot of times, that's why I don't be inviting people up. Because you be having talking to me, and I know you don't know what you're talking. Not you. But, they be talking to me, and I know they don't know what they're talking about. Why would I invite you up so you could then spread more misinformation? Yo, Frost is scared to talk. No, yeah, I don't want to talk to idiots. Ever. So you could call it whatever you want to call it. I'm fine. I'm all of the scaredness in the world to talk to an idiot and then have some of that drip off onto me. I like to talk to people that I learned so much from actual conversations. You'll be surprised. People just think that I think that I'm right all the time because I usually only say facts. Y'all niggas don't even ever ask me how I feel personally about nothing. Y'all don't even know how I feel about most of these topics. Y'all don't know my emotional connection to most of these topics because I'm just here saying facts, being unbiased. I promise you. Y'all don't have the slightest idea about what I think about most of these topics that we discuss. Every once in a while I talk about my opinion, but for the most part I don't. I'm just saying, I will. People don't have no access to that. Is coming from another source. Does anybody understand what he mean by that? I don't understand what you mean by that. Maybe I'm slow. Are you saying black people don't have access to K2? You're saying I will come up here and talk. You're saying black people don't have access to K2. So the only way to get K2 has to be coming from a different source. And that's why you're blaming that's why you're saying Arabs? Did I get it? Is that what you're saying? He's responding so slowly that I don't really think he could come up here to the chat anyway, but like, are you just responding slowly? Are you like over? I don't know. He's probably just busy. He's driving. He at work or some shit. Like, look at this. This is like
wooden pellet.
All right, I'm just gonna show y'all the pictures. Police chief placed on leave after his SWAT team raids wrong house. Kept it hidden from officials. Shit like that. This Texas police chief immediately needs to be removed. F his pension. Shout out to Darkwing. Salute. Darkwing, Friday. And not because his guys raided the wrong home. We don't know about that yet. We need to look into that. That's probably a whole deal. But he needs to be removed because he hid the thing. There's mistakes you can hide. This ain't one of them. All right? There are mistakes that you can hide. This is not one of them. Raiding the wrong home, destroying these people's property, and then hiding it so they can't get any they can't get any recompense. I can't think of a different, better word. No, I would like to invite you up here to talk about that real quick. I'm still trying to think of a different word. I use recompense. Recompense. I use recompense. I don't think that's the word I'm thinking of. I don't think that's the word I'm thinking of. So let's go look at recompense real quick. Okay, make amends to someone for loss or harm suffered, compensation. Yes, recompense. So okay, so I've been telling y'all this for the longest, but I know words, but I don't know why I know words. I just know how to use them. I don't really be knowing the definition of these shit. I just know how to use them. Okay? Because I generally speak to people a lot smarter than me. Whenever possible. So I know how to use a word, and I can't even tell you the damn definition. What up, Rhonda from upstate New York's? If you want to come up and talk about it for a split second, Gotti, I'll send you a link. Yeah, so I know I use a ton of words that I do not know the actual definition for. And that's why sometimes you see me pull the definition up. So I don't always know the definition of the word. I just know how it's applicable. I just know how to apply it. You understand? I know I don't know how to say it, but and no, vocabulary was not one of my better subjects in school. It was absolutely not. But with that also being said, I have a pretty extensive vocabulary. That just goes to show you. I'm telling you that vocabulary was one of my weakest points in school. And I have a pretty extensive vocabulary. So I have a high level, a high standard. You understand? That's all it is. Lil Wayne going on tour. You never seen him in person. You gonna pull up? I was banging this chick that actually banged Lil Wayne. I used to date this nurse, and like the first night, we was together. She was like, yeah, she went to a tour. She got back. She was a groupie for Lil Wayne one time. She had sex with him. Then she told me some other shit. I was like, word? I was like, word? I'm not going to say this shit. I'm going to leave it. It is what it is. Shout out to her. She was a nurse. I've been everywhere, man. I've done a lot of dope shit in my life, man. I promise you. Little Dirk snitching? Where? Yeah, so I've been a lot of places, man. I don't know what to tell you. I've done a lot of shit in my life. That's a fact. I've been fortunate. Why you think niggas are so mad? Why you think they try to tell you I'm a liar? I've done a lot of shit in my life. I've been a lot of places. I've done a lot of things. She said some weirdo shit though. I'm not gonna tell you what she said because I'm not one of those dudes that believe in if you ever heard me talk, you never hear me talk about how good sex is with any female. Like it's just not something I would do. You understand? So I would never. Like if you really pay attention to me, you see. You know what I'm saying? You see. I just wouldn't do that. Anyway, she said a thing about Wayne. Shout out to her. Yeah, she was Dominican, and she only date black dudes. And she only date black dudes because her parents told her. Her parents specifically told her, don't date any Dominican men. So. She had 3 boys when I met her, when I was with her. She had 3 boys, right? Yeah, I think she had 3 sons. She had 2 little ones that's probably was like 3 and 4 at the time, or like 3 and 5 at the time. She had another one that was like 9. She had like 3 kids. Shout out to them. I would never not date a woman because they had a couple of kids. That's crazy. If they got some ridiculously bad kids, I might not want to deal with it because that's telling me what kind of a parent she is. Like at the end of the day. Like if you got really, really bad kids, like you're probably not a good person. I don't know what to tell you. Like, because remember, your kids don't do what you tell them to do. Your kids do what they see you do. You understand what I'm saying? So if you see a woman and she got some real bad kids, your kids do what they see you do. They don't do what you tell them to do. You understand? Take that into mind when we got all of these women that talk about dudes ain't shit. Well, the majority of guys nowadays is being raised by single mothers. Y'all saying guys ain't shit though. Just, I'm not trying to attack anybody. I'm just saying. Kids don't do what you tell them to do. They do what they see you do. And that's just a up and up for all of y'all guys out there. Y'all meet a woman and she got kids. Pay attention. Especially if one of them is too clingy, too fast. Pay attention. All right? I've dated quite a few people that have kids. Almost every female I've dated that has been over 25 in the last 20 years of my life has had kids. And I'm saying that directly because of what that little girl was trying to accuse me of. Like, I have an actual history of this not being a thing. You just don't know how many people know me. You just don't know how many people know me. A lot of people know me. You think just because I live alone now and I really don't care to go outside and be around people, you think I've lived like this my whole life? I was outside. King Vaughn, little brother, the one that told on him, said Vaughn put 100K on Duck, so I'm hearing. King Vaughn's little brother? Whew. But them dudes snitching like that because, okay, so Vaughn is gone. So a lot of them are dumping crimes that they don't want to be held for accountable in the future on him. That's one. Two, one of the reasons in which why they're doing it is to big his name up. Make him seem like more. And FBG's Duck mom's got her OnlyFans. Has anybody seen what's on her OnlyFans? I'm curious. Have you seen what's on it? I just want to know. Don't send me any damn pictures either. I just want to know what's on it. That's it. You can tell me. I don't need no pictures. I don't need extra imagery. And just so we can be clear, the effed up thing about OnlyFans is that people use it so primarily for explicit content of the sexual nature. That's the actual issue I have with the application of OnlyFans. You understand? Like, if not for the OnlyFans, we wouldn't currently have membership in Instagram. I think that's one of the reasons why they got membership in Instagram, because that's what they meant OnlyFans to be. But it didn't turn into that. It turned into Pornhub. So I don't know what to tell you. Also, I want to go to heaven. So I want to have a woman that I can worship the Most High with. So any woman out there that don't want to worship God, you're not for me. I just want to throw that in there. Any woman out there that don't want to worship the Most High, you're not for me. So a lot of times chicks be like, I'm not looking at your ass. I'm not sexualizing you in the street. You never thought it's probably because I'm trying to be my most godly self? Like, that never crossed anybody's mind? Like, the more of this world you look, the more I realize I can't be with you. Like, did that ever cross anybody's mind? Did y'all see who NBA YoungBoy married? He didn't marry the super hot Instagram chick. He married some chick. I don't know if she got her body done or anything like that, but he just married some chick. We don't even know her. I don't know her. I'm pretty sure she's not doing sex stuff over there. But I could see how her having an OnlyFans would hit. But I don't think she's over there getting naked. I don't think she is. Do I think it's funny? Absolutely. But I don't think she's over there getting naked. I don't think that's what she's doing. I don't think that. We're not going to do that. I don't think she's over there getting naked. I don't even know how she looks, so maybe she went and gonna go get her body done and all that other shit, and then she's gonna pull up and have all the nakednesses. I don't have to say so. I haven't seen, but I'm a mod on her channel when she said it's not like that. Shout out to her. Yeah, no, I fucks with bring her over here so we can interview her. Bring her over here. Be like, yo, you should pull up on Jack Pro's podcast. He wants to talk about how he specifically wants to talk about how the EMS allowed your son to die and how they need to get a freaking RICO against that police department, and the same thing that just happened with Tyree Nichols need to be retroactively happen in that situation. Because they got cameras and they could see the EMS not helping him. Let's get those people fired. Let's get those police officers fired. She did what with Egg Ducks Ops? Rhonda says they have a non-traditional marriage. They posted that they look at. I am one person that believes that a man can have more than one wife, but I don't believe that your wives should be having sex with one another. I don't believe that that's what your wives should be doing. So, I'm not going to say who, but some weirdo shit happened when I first moved here. And what happened was, I can't even tell you what happened because y'all gonna. I'm not the guy that's trying to sleep with two women at the same time. Like, I don't know how to explain this. I'm a regular guy that would love to have a conventional marriage to a woman that wants to support my dreams and that have dreams that I can support. While we're worshiping the Most God first and foremost. Period. That's it. That's all. If I see you and I see that you're a lush, I see you and I see that you have, that's how am I gonna expect for you to want to worship the Most High with me? Like, yeah, we could drink here and there, you could smoke even, I guess, but how are we gonna worship the Most High? So a lot of times, I'm not out there looking for the most attractive, what you consider to be the most attractive, what you consider to be the most sexy, what you consider to be the most whatever. I'm out there just trying to find somebody that matches with me. That's it. Have I seen women that match with me? I've seen women that I think physically, aesthetically match with me. I've seen women that I think they energy match with me, but that morals need to be there too. Rhonda from upstate New York says she's all natural though. 2 more women are currently allegedly pregnant, 11 and 12. I think he should keep doing what he's doing. We need to get more black babies on the planet. No disrespect to our women, but our women are having abortions at an all-time high. And then you're going to say, well, the men aren't there. Well, the women are choosing the men that's not going to be there. My daughter lives in a whole nother state. I didn't know about my daughter when she was born. I learned about my daughter when she turned about 4 years old. As soon as I found out about my daughter, do you know what I did? I took a week off of every single month. I took a week off and I went and I spent that with my daughter and her mother. Up until it wasn't sustainable no more because me and her mother, our differences, was too much or whatever the case is. I don't want to get into it. She's a wonderful woman. I'm not here to say nothing negative about her or myself. So I just want to be clear on this. That's what I want. I was with somebody that I cared about a lot, and it was a struggle for me to do the things that I thought was worshiping the Most High, or I feel is worshiping the Most High. It was a struggle. And this person was a great person. I don't want to deal with that again. Especially being in love with somebody that I'm trying to do certain things, but I feel like I have to not do what the Most High want me to do because I'm trying to keep this person who's a great person, not a bad person at all. Ronald from upstate New York says, NBA Youngboy and Nick Cannon are neck and neck. Both is almost 12. I think they should keep going. We need more black babies. I don't know no other way to say it. I wish I could help, but I mean, I'm gonna find a woman at some point, and then if she gets pregnant, she gets pregnant. But I can't guarantee she's gonna be black. Can't guarantee it's gonna be a thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's not even something I think about really anymore. Like, I'm not gonna lie. There was a period in time where I was determined to not date nobody but black women. After I finished dating Kendra, I think me and Kendra have been broken up for a period of time, and I was just like, I want a black woman, and I was determined to date nothing but it was like, but I was literally walking. Women were literally coming up to me, approaching me, wanting to really get with me, and I was looking at them saying, well, I want a black wife, so I wasn't even entertaining them. So I'm not even thinking like that anymore. I don't care what you are. If you come to me in a way that I feel like I can worship the Most High with you, and I'm not talking about weirdo shit. Believe me, it's much more simple than people generally think. The reason why it's so hard to worship the Most High nowadays is because so much of our shit is predicated towards doing the opposite. That's the only reason. We're encouraged by society to do a lot of things that go against God. So first thing you need to be is somebody who has a mind of their own. So no, I don't want to follow her. That don't make sense. But I want a companion. I want a partner. I'm going to need for you to follow the nigga, but I love to lead from behind, so it don't matter. I love to lead from behind. I love it when, I'm going to tell you right now, some of my most favorite parts of being in any relationship is when I'm with a female who I feel is competent. Because now that means that when you want to go do something, we could just go do it. When you give me advice on something, I know it's good advice. It's not your friend told you a thing and you just telling me about it. And then when I don't do it, you're going to go back to your friend and say, I told him to do the thing and he didn't do. Nah. You understand? Because that's how you get sabotaged. Some other person tell a person to tell you a thing. That other person don't fuck with you. So they get somebody that fuck with you to come give you bad information. Stop being friends with people that don't like you. Love them niggas from a distance. Like there's a person right now, just random shit. There's a person right now that be on Instagram hitting me up trying to talk to me, talk about, yo, we could link up and stuff like that. But I know that person used to be on somebody else's page. So now you had a falling out with that person, so you're trying to be cool with me. You might not even have had a falling out with that person. This might all be tricks and games. So I'm going to keep you at a distance. I don't have no hard feelings towards you, but no, I'm not doing nothing with you. Why would I do that? That don't make sense. No, I'm probably not going to be repulsing you. Why would I do that? When you was on that person's side and I wasn't even doing anything to that person, you are attacking me. Don't forget that part. People with widows. Anything else y'all want to talk about? It's not even 11 o'clock yet. Sheesh, I'm hungry. How long did is the time right? I think my time is wrong. How am I been on this almost 2 hours and it's not 11 o'clock yet? Anybody know what time it is? Put it in the chat. This don't make sense. I started the show at 1:10. 2 hours. At 9:10. That's 2 hours. You know what? I'm gonna be quiet over here. I'm usually like really good with time, like, historically through my life. I know why I'm so bad. Okay, so allegedly Little Durk and them is out here snitching, right? So allegedly, and I want to say this. Listen and pay attention. So, what if I told you that it's literally some of these rappers' jobs to snitch? Their job isn't to make music. Their job is to infiltrate the game. What if I told you that? What if I told you that's what some people thought 6ix9ine was doing? What if I told you that's why some people are pissed off at 6ix9ine that are in New York because they just thought he was there to infiltrate the game? What if I told you some people think that Treyway is dumb and negative, and they're like, them niggas was stupid because you should have saw this coming from a mile away? Because allegedly, a lot of people believe that 6ix9ine was a plan. They already had a plan, CEO Chris. I say all that to say this. I'm always careful, or I try to be careful. Shout out to freaking Reagan K. I'm generally careful, or I try to be careful, should we say. I'm generally careful, or I try to be careful, shall we say. Look at this guy's license plate. How they let him get away with that? Hold on, let me show you this guy's license plate. How they allowed this to happen? I mean, I'm impressed. Somebody must have thought, how did they let that happen? Okay, so Rhonda from upstate New York says, Frost, Nick already having issues. The kids are spread across the country. So the kids will basically be raised by single women, no dad, football games, etc. None of them started to date other men. First is this. I don't think that he was with them as a wife capacity. So I would assume most of them would be dating other men by now. That's one. Two, if I was in such a situation, I wouldn't want my children to be all over. Like, even now, like let's say just for argument's sake, I currently have a situation where me and my daughter, just for argument's sake, me and my daughter don't get along, or we wouldn't be talking. Let's say I got to the bag. I'm gonna take care of her and her mother. Like, that's crazy. Like, I'm literally gonna take care of her and her mother. They're gonna probably have to move because it's going to have there's gonna be parameters. So they're gonna most likely have to move closer to where I am. Meaning in the same city, preferably in the same building or house or down the street. So I don't agree with that. I don't agree with having kids in multiple different areas if you have the financial backing to be able to get everybody in the same area. Because one, we want to raise the kids together. That's the number one thing. I talk about this sometimes, and I'm not upset about it, but I was left on my own. So when listen to what I'm saying. The only thing I was really ever jealous of growing up, and I'm not talking about people having parents and shit like that, but the only thing I was really jealous of growing up was knowing that other people had brothers and sisters, and they was able to have contact with them, and they was able to talk to them every day, and they was able to go places with them, and they was able to talk to them. Screw the playing part. I got brothers, but all of them niggas bounce. So that's the thing that I was jealous of. A thing that I actually had, I just couldn't apply. You understand? So, no, I would want all of them to be in the same area if possible. Like, I get to the bag, I'm immediately going to try to move my daughter to New York City. And her mother, if she needs to come or wants to come. I'm immediately going to go take care of them. I'm immediately. Like, it's not even, it's going to be I sign the check at 9 p.m. 9 a.m. the following day, they're getting on a plane. That energy. Rhonda says he won't know if they are being raised by the new men, the women are scheduled. Like I said, we have to all be in the same area. Period. Maybe I gotta buy 4 houses on the block. Nick got the money. If I get to the bag, I'll just buy a tenement building. And we'll live in the building. And, you know, maybe we have other residents in the building also so we can pay the property taxes and shit. But no, we'll just live in the fucking building. Like, what the hell? That energy. See, what happens is when you don't have the ability to do a thing, people are going to say, why don't you do the thing? But you don't have the ability. You understand? All right, fuck it. If you don't want to do it on Friday, it is what it is. If you don't want to do it, it is what it is. I'm not pressuring you into anything, homeboy. Why don't I not have... I didn't put my thing up there. No, it's supposed to be there. It's just not there. You know what? I like that that's there. Leave that alone. I'm gonna touch it. I mean, yeah, if you could... I would like for you to make it, but if you can't, I mean... It is what it is. Like, hell yeah. Like, what the hell? But yeah, I think that, like, if I had, let's say right now, right? I'd start dating somebody, we have a baby. This is a particular marriage where she thinks that it's okay for me to have more than one wife, because that's also a parameter on this. You do know that, right? You can't just take your wife that you have is supposed to choose your other wife. You do know this, right? You do know this, right? Like, you're not really supposed to have more wives unless the wife you already have is generally agreeable to this. I mean, you being a man, you can just do it. Don't get me confused. But if you check the Bible, often these dudes didn't even want to have another wife. Check the Bible. You see people like, man, they don't even want no more wives. And then the woman is bringing them around, sending them on dates with the new chick until they marry. Just saying. So, no, I'm not even in that. And I'm not into that. I don't really care to have group sex. I'm not into none of that. None of that. If you can't make it because it's cold, I don't even know what it's gonna look like. It's 32 now. It's freezing on Friday. You ain't lying. What? Now I'm gonna go look at. It's 32 now. Sheesh! It's gonna be 29 degrees on Friday. Yeah, Friday might not be the day, but I mean, I don't care. But Friday might not be the day, but like I said, I don't care. Yo, we could go find an inside thing to do. Let's go do laser tag. I want to go do laser tag so bad, you have no idea. I need a goofy girlfriend, man. Give me 1 second. I need a goofy girlfriend so bad. About that shit, yo. Shit bananas, yo. That's probably why people been treating me like a weirdo. You mean all of this time I could have been outside, quite possibly doing content with the people in the neighborhood? I could have been doing content with the people in the freaking neighborhood. That's what you're trying to tell me? All of this time I could have been doing content with the people in the neighborhood, but I haven't been because somebody is lying on me because they friends can't play basketball in one park. I could have been doing content with people in the neighborhood. Now, motherfuckers been treating me so weird, I don't feel comfortable doing fucking content with most of these people. I could have been doing content with people in the neighborhood. You see how a lie will fuck something up? I could have used the content. But how many people in this neighborhood probably would like to get their freaking Instagram or their YouTube jump started? How many businesses around here would have found it fun for me to go shoot some commercials for them? I could have been doing content with people in the neighborhood. Sheesh. I don't know who the angels is that's protecting me, but I love y'all. Please believe that. I know y'all working overtime on some shit I don't even know about. I promise they are. Because there's no way I'm still alive if this person's been running around telling this lie for a week. Nevertheless, probably months. Sheesh. Whew. All praise to the Most High. All praises to the Most High, man. I promise you, he protecting you. You don't even be knowing it. I promise you, he be protecting you. You don't even know it. I promise you. I promise you. Most High is doing stuff you do not know about. Please keep your heart pure. I promise you. Sheesh. What y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. What up, Nick the Slick? He says, shout out to the Most High. For real. No cap. My dude, the lie, the way that the mother came up to me and was talking to me, and I'm sitting there, I don't even understand the conversation. Also, I wish she would have introduced me to her mother. Her mother was fine. So I'm really upset that this happened. Her mother was fine as shit. Absolutely, visually speaking, what I like. I'm just stating the fact. No, they don't. I don't even know if they look alike, to be honest with you, because I barely know how the other girl look. But the mother. I wish she would have introduced me to her at some point. Like, on good terms. Sheesh. She couldn't introduce me to her. I went and talked to the damn girl. I went and talked to her. It's impossible for her to have introduced. I never talked to the girl outside of fucking basketball. It's impossible for her to have introduced me to anybody. I just want y'all to see the type of bullshit that people leave in the comment section. I just want y'all to see the type of bullshit people. I'm gonna read this to y'all. I don't know if this is a person that's just trying to be disrespectful. They might just be trying to be disrespectful. But this is what people do. They leave comments that don't have nothing to do with what the actual video says, so they could try to trick other people into thinking that the video is saying something it's not. So they've already convinced all supporters to not do no comments and no videos. So anytime anybody do a comment on my video, that's the only comment that's going to be there. Because the only people that comment is the people that hate me. But listen to what this person wrote. Now, y'all all know about what I said about the situation that happened in Memphis. And I basically was talking about black on black crime. I didn't say anything about white people. I didn't say anything about racism, right? Listen to what this person wrote. I just really like to know why you felt the need to reiterate that everybody involved in the case was black. Because I was basically saying that it has nothing to do with racism. It has to do with black on black hate. Okay, so this is the next sentence. Why does that have to do with anything? Probably what I said. Has has to do with black on black hate. That's why I was mentioning that all the people were black that was involved in the beating. Nobody was white. Because that has to do with black on black hate. Were you bothered that you couldn't blame racism on something? Okay, once again, I was talking about black on black hate. I was in no way talking about racism, and I haven't talked about racism involving this situation at all yet. Next sentence. Wow, I lost respect for your channel because of that. So hold on, you lost respect for my channel because I didn't blame racism? I'm gonna let you see. Look, this is really what the comment is. You lost respect for my channel because I didn't blame racism, and then you're saying we're all brothers and sisters. So what you have to understand is Satan is the author of confusion. This person is accusing me of like 3 different things already. They first accused me of, just so we could be clear, it was unnecessary for me to say that they were all black. And while saying that, why do I feel a need to talk about why it's black? Then accused me of being racist and blaming racism, and then said they're not going to watch the channel because I'm not blaming racism, while at the same time saying we're all brothers and sisters. So this is how it sounds to me whenever Satan comes up in here. It don't make sense. So when I see people that might hear one line and jump on the one line, and then I'm busy looking like, how are you agreeing with this person when they're saying 3 separate things? Like, how are you agreeing? Like, this person called me a racist, called me not a racist, and they also said because I'm not racist, they're not going to watch the channel no more, but we're all brothers and sisters. Shout out to Gringo Garbo. Obviously, this is a fake page, I'm assuming. Listen to Morgan Freeman. Shout out to that. Morgan Freeman's pretty rich. Has a nice voice too. Everybody wants him to do his. Shout out to that. He's a movie star. What did I say? Shout out to calling me a movie star. There's no reason to keep fueling this racism war. I haven't been saying anything about racism. First of all, the racism doesn't stop when we stop acknowledging color, dumbass. That's what the racists want us to do, just so we can be clear. The racists want us to stop talking about it so they could just do it. You understand? That's 1. 2, what the fuck are you talking about? And then wrote period. So, okay, you're confused. I'm just curious. I'm just super curious. Can you even find this person's page? I'm just curious. I think it's just a yes. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to find it. No, obviously not. Hold on, what comment is it? Let's go straight to it. I'm just curious. I'm listening to pages. I don't never go to somebody's page and just see what videos they watch. Y'all be out here following niggas, and if you go to their fucking page to see what video they watch, it's all some BS that don't make no sense. Like, they watch shit that don't make no sense. Did the person erase the comment? Person might have erased the comment. Shout out to them. No, okay. Oh, so that was for a different video, apparently. Yeah, that video probably was a father in prison 22 years for killing his children. Babysitter confesses. No, this was definitely about race. No, this video was definitely about race. Shout out to YouTube pushing my old videos. This video was definitely about race. I did that video in 2017. I've been seeing a lot of people pop up. That video was definitely about race. But what in the hell? Have you watched my channel? Like, I don't. Oh, shit. Okay, I thought I closed out the I thought I closed this shit by accident. I thought I was going. Yeah, so no, I'm not. I don't do race. I don't do that. I don't race bait. I don't even like when people race bait, by the way. I'm ready to get lunch. I hate the fact that I go to the store at the same time every day. I really do. I hate the fact that I run like, okay, so I'm gonna explain something about me. I get myself into a pattern and then I stay in that pattern. And that's why I'm telling you, when my computer get fixed and I can work my computer, I get myself into a pattern and then I stay doing that. That's just the way that I operate. So when my computer get right and I can actually work on my computer, I'm just gonna be sitting in front of my computer working. That's the way I operate. You understand? I get into a pattern and then I just do that and I don't get bored and I don't need change. If somebody don't come get me, I'll stay there. I'm used to grinding by myself. I'm used to going to the courts by myself, shooting 1,000,000 shots by myself. I'm used to needing to do something and I go do it by myself because I didn't grow up with people I could ask for help. I grew up with I gotta sit there and figure out how to do this shit. I grew up with that. The person that's supposed to be fixing the computer is supposed to be coming up this weekend. They were supposed to come up last weekend, but you know, their work that they had to deal with, so they couldn't. They're gonna be coming up this weekend. Hopefully then I can get the computer all the way fixed. If not anything else, we can get all the viruses off the computer and maybe go find some way where I could get the screen fixed. Whatever else is going on, we'll figure that out. But yeah, I enjoy sitting down and just grinding. I turn my TV on, I turn on my computer, and then I let my TV watch me as I do shit. So I don't feel like I'm here by myself. That's it. That's me. I can't grind because my computer's fucked up. And I didn't know why it was fucked up. And now that I know why it's been fucked up for all of these years, for all of this time, now we could solve the problem. Couldn't solve the problem before because I didn't know what the problem was. And the wild thing about this is I would have been able to buy a new computer right when it first messed up, but I couldn't because my money was fucked up because my freaking family was destroying my equipment and I had to keep buying shit, so I couldn't save nothing up. I only had a couple of $1,000 saved up, and that was for an emergency, which I literally needed it for. If I would have knew back then what the problem with my computer was, I would have bought a new computer back then, but then I would have been fucked up. Or I would have got the problem fixed. I would have got the problem fixed. I like it. This is actually, it's great. They got hospitals. Really hospitals. It's great. Shout out to that shit. Shout out to the people that's trying to get me murdered for some shit that I didn't do because some kids can't go play basketball in the park. Shout out to them. I hope God gives y'all everything that you deserve. Absolutely everything. And the people that was wanting to help you. Hope y'all get everything that y'all got coming to y'all. Every single thing that you deserve. If it's good, let it be good. If If it's not, let it be not. But whatever the thing is that you deserve, I hope God gives you a whole heaping handful, as much as you could sustain. Get a nigga killed because your friends can't play basketball. It's crazy. That's bananas. If you've never been to Coney Island, there's basketball courts everywhere. I've never lived somewhere where they have so many courts in such a small space. That park got 3 courts. There's another park over there that got like 2 or 3 courts. Then there's this park over there near the projects. There's another court. And then they're everywhere. There's another park over there in the front of where the projects is that it looks like that's the main park where they have all the shows and everything at. And that's a dope park, by the way. It looks like, you know, where you could, like, when I was growing up, where the parties is at. There's parks everywhere. But you're going to have me killed because your friends can't come to this park. Imagine if I wasn't Jack Frost. I'd be dead right now. Don't let that go away. Don't lose that part. I'd be dead right now if I wasn't Jack. Only thing that probably backed these people up from killing me is that I got social media presence. I'd be dead right now. Not even because I did something wrong. And don't tell me that I'm paranoid. I'm going to go outside today. Some person might just make up a reason in their brain that I need to suffer. And then the next thing, you don't know what lies they're going to tell. You don't know. I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to run to the store. I expect to try to be in front of the computer today. Go out there and try to do good shit. The world needs it. Like, the world really needs it. You got idiots out here doing the devil's bidding. You got evil people out here doing the devil's bidding. The world needs it. The world needs some good people. Be that good person. Believe me when I tell you, we suffering. We're living in a time of, how do you say, I don't want to say altruism, but we're living in a time of where people don't care. You understand? They watch too many movies. They saw too much shit, like, on television. So they don't care. They're so desensitized. I don't even think people are getting the right outrage about these black cops killing that nigga. Just so we can be clear. I don't even think people are getting the appropriate outrage. People are upset that a cop killed them. We should be upset that he got killed by his black brothers. Savagely. that just happen to have on police uniforms. That's what we should be upset about. When we stop being our brother's keeper. That's one of the first lessons that we should all know, Cain and Abel. The problem is people take Cain and Abel literally, like blood brothers. No, we are brothers. When you stop being your brother's keeper. Just make sure that y'all not going out there doing some shit that's going to make you wrong with God because of a lie someone else is telling. Because some of this shit, you can't come back from. I mean, you can, but you don't got the spiritual strength. You ain't put in the time and the effort. You haven't been doing the things right by God enough for God for you to be able to get out from under some of these sins niggas is committing. You don't just gotta ask for forgiveness. You do understand this, right? You have to actively be living a certain way as proof. Try paying it forward. Copy? Try paying it forward. Try thinking like I think. I might do something terrible in the future. I don't know what it is. So let me be as kind and nice as I can now. So if that day ever comes, God knows where my heart is. Pay that shit forward. Because I promise you, even a good person could be an idiot and be tricked by somebody. Because we all want to do the right thing, generally speaking. When did we stop being our brother's keeper? Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification game. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got. I'm out.